Welcome back to Exposure Stories. For decades, Clive Davis has been regarded as one of the most influential figures in the music industry. As the executive who helped launch and shape the careers of countless stars, including Whitney Houston, Alicia Keys, and Barry Manilow, Davis built a reputation as a visionary talent scout and powerful industry leader. However, in recent years, his name has become increasingly entangled in conspiracy theories, rumors, and allegations that have sparked intense debate online. Reports claiming that shocking discoveries were made within his estate and renewed accusations about his past have led many people to question whether there is more to the story of the legendary music executive than the public has ever known. Yet separating fact from speculation has become increasingly difficult, as many of the most sensational claims remain entirely unproven. One of the most controversial allegations surrounding Davis stems from a story promoted by radio host Larry Gators. According to Gators, a secret meeting allegedly took place at Clive Davis's Beverly Hills mansion in 1995. He claimed that prominent rappers, record executives, individuals connected to federal agencies, and representatives from private prison companies attended the gathering. The alleged purpose of the meeting, according to Gators, was to encourage artists to produce music that glorified violence, conflict with police, and degrading portrayals of black women. He further claimed that this strategy would ultimately benefit private prison corporations by increasing incarceration rates among young people influenced by such music. The allegations immediately generated controversy because they suggested a coordinated effort by powerful institutions to manipulate popular culture for financial gain. The story might have faded into obscurity if not for an anonymous letter that surfaced online in 2012. The letter described a remarkably similar scenario in which influential business figures supposedly pressured music executives to push gangsta rap in a more aggressive direction. The anonymous author claimed that the music industry was being used to shape cultural behavior and that certain corporations stood to benefit from the resulting social consequences. Although the letter provided no evidence and its author was never identified, it reignited public interest in Gators' earlier allegations. For some observers, the similarities between the two accounts appeared too striking to ignore, while skeptics argued that anonymous stories and unverified claims cannot be treated as evidence. Further speculation emerged after reports suggested that Clive Davis and Whitney Houston had argued shortly before her death in 2012. Rumors circulated that Houston's daughter, Bobby Christina Brown, may have witnessed part of the disagreement. However, no credible evidence has ever established that the alleged argument was connected to Houston's tragic passing. Nevertheless, the timing of these reports added another layer of mystery to Davis's public image and fueled online discussions that continue to this day. Davis's representative strongly denied all of these allegations, calling them entirely false and emphasizing his long history of supporting artists through addiction, personal struggles, and career challenges. Questions about Davis's business decisions have also contributed to the ongoing speculation. In the early 1990s, after Sean Diddy Combs left Uptown Records, Davis reportedly invested approximately $15 million to help him launch Bad Boy Records. At the time, this was an extraordinary amount of money, particularly for someone who had never previously run a major record label. Critics have long wondered why such a significant investment was made and whether Davis simply recognized hip-hop's enormous commercial potential before others did. Supporters of various conspiracy theories argue that the investment was evidence of larger plans unfolding behind the scenes, though no evidence has ever substantiated such claims. The success of Bad Boy Records only intensified these discussions. Within a few years, the label transformed artists like the Notorious B.I.G. and Craig Mack into global stars and became one of the most successful forces in hip-hop history. To many observers, the speed of its rise appeared almost unbelievable. Some critics have even linked the emergence of Bad Boy Records to earlier developments involving Priority Records and the rise of NWA. They argue that the music industry had already discovered the commercial appeal of controversial and rebellious images long before the 1990s. Members of NWA themselves later admitted that aspects of their public personas were exaggerated or carefully crafted for commercial purposes, leading some commentators to suggest that the industry had developed a highly profitable formula. The renewed attention surrounding Davis has also been fueled by developments involving Diddy. Following his legal troubles and incarceration, rumors began circulating that he might be willing to cooperate with authorities or testify about past events within the music industry. His attorney publicly stated that Diddy was eager to speak in court, comments that immediately sparked speculation. Some theorists believe that if Diddy were to provide information about industry practices, old allegations involving powerful executives could resurface. However, there is currently no evidence that federal investigators are pursuing any case against Clive Davis, nor is there evidence that Diddy possesses information supporting the long-standing conspiracy theories. Another major source of controversy comes from claims made by former Death Row Records executive Suge Knight. Currently serving a lengthy prison sentence, Knight has repeatedly alleged that hidden recordings and secrets exist involving powerful figures within the music industry. He has suggested that certain executives, including Clive Davis, were aware of questionable practices and allowed them to continue. Among his most disturbing allegations is something he referred to as the egg test, which he described as a humiliating initiation process for aspiring artists. Knight has provided few details and no evidence to support these assertions, and Davis's representatives have categorically denied them. Critics of Knight point out that his credibility is deeply compromised by his criminal history, personal feuds, and long-standing rivalry with Diddy and other industry figures. Yet his accusations continue attracting attention because they align with broader suspicions about power and secrecy within the entertainment business. Some observers argue that the industry's relatively muted response to these allegations has only encouraged further speculation. Others counter that responding publicly to every unsubstantiated accusation would only amplify rumors and lend them unnecessary credibility. The debate has also expanded to include institutions associated with Davis's legacy. The Clive Davis Institute of Recorded Music at New York University remains one of the most respected programs for aspiring music professionals. However, some critics now view the institute differently due to the controversies surrounding its namesake. Similarly, when Davis received the Apollo Theater's Legacy Award in 2025, the honor generated mixed reactions online. While many celebrated his enormous contributions to music, others argued that the unresolved allegations surrounding him deserved greater scrutiny. Ultimately, the story surrounding Clive Davis highlights the complex relationship between fame, influence, and public perception. The allegations involving secret meetings, manipulation of music culture, and hidden industry practices remain unproven. No criminal charges have been filed against Davis, and no credible evidence has emerged to substantiate the most sensational claims. Nevertheless, the rumors continue to persist because they touch upon larger questions about how power operates behind the scenes in the entertainment industry. Whether these theories eventually fade away or continue to gain attention remains uncertain. What is clear is that Clive Davis's legacy has become increasingly complicated in the eyes of the public. For some, he remains a legendary executive whose vision transformed modern music. For others, the unanswered questions and persistent allegations have cast a shadow over his achievements. Until verifiable evidence emerges, the story remains one of speculation, controversy, and the enduring fascination that surrounds powerful figures in the music industry. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel.